So, hi everyone! Today in this video, I'm going to talk about another mental model that can be useful in order to you get like best type of decisions, since mental models are like systems that the reality can be put on. They are like models then simplify the complexity that we face in our day-to-day lives. And then so if we adopt like models as beliefs that are the way that the environment works, and it is, so it helps you make you best type of decisions since you have more knowledge about the reality that you included on. So these decisions obviously will help you to get prosperity whatever is the field that you want to get so succeed. You want to get succeed in health, wealth, relationships, and family. You also gonna have to get a good decision making so to manage these fields. And then so that's where enters the importance of mental models. So I expect you already to help me by subscribing and afterwards seeing other videos. And then so today we're gonna talk about mental models. And what's gonna be the mental model? Bottlenecks. And what is the concept? What means the concept of bottlenecks? What has to be taken from that? Bottleneck is any point in a system where progress slows down due to a limiting factor. This concept obviously applies to wherever is like the area that we are studying has like a system, and then obviously it comes with the business. Business tends to be a system that we have suppliers, we have people that work and manufacturize, we have so other ones that deliver, other ones that consume, is a system. We have in productivity as well, learning, relationships. So probably whatever is the area that you're gonna try and you're facing it, you're gonna always have to deal with bottlenecks. And what is the problem of existing bottlenecks and why we have to care about them? Because if it's a point where progress slows down, means that if we try to make like this point not so slow down, probably means that the system gonna have a better flow. And then so what could be an example for that? Imagine that you're someone that is rich, someone that is intelligent, someone that has networks, so we have people that helps you. But imagine that you are someone that don't like the field that people want you to work on. That's a bottleneck, because if you kind of reverse these specific points, that if you're able to like the field, you have whole other conditions to make so the system flow, and you be someone that probably is going to have success in that area, because you have the talent, you have the investment enough because you are rich, and you have the help enough because you have network. But one specific point is making you so have a low type of output production in that specific field, that is your lack of willingness to do the action, and then so you're going to produce in a much more low type of quantity than you would if this just specific point was so reverted, and then so you would work on obviously. So what you have to understand is that if you want to be to kind of be efficient, where you gonna try to attack, you're gonna try to attack even providing even more investment, you're gonna try to create even more opportunities of network, you're gonna try to develop even more the skills that you have, probably are not so the smart choices. Because if you want the best type of outcome in terms of quantity by each unit of effort that you put, you have to attack the bottlenecks of all the systems. And in that case, so where should you attack? You should attack in the people perception about the thing that makes them so not like it. Because if you make the person like the thing, all other conditions are already in a level that will make them so be a top tier in that specific field. What we're facing and what we're searching for is that important points that are weak, that so we should make them match with the other points in enough way to make so the outputs going and flowing that system, and then so making this bottleneck not exist so more. And then so basically bottleneck is a key point that you always should to look for and try to fight as a priority in comparison with other components that exist in that system, because it's the smartest way. Without you not fighting these bottlenecks, doesn't matter how good you are in other components of system, since to the system flow you have all other part of chains that need so to get wide. And then so I have used this example, probably this example that is fight probably in all the components that I've talked in example, probably the hardest one to fight is the natural type of like that people can have towards a thing. Probably can be easier to arrange a network for a person if he likes, if has talent, if has reach. Probably if the person likes, if the person has ability, if the person has network and just the lack that he has in investment. Could arrange so someone that could help, but like it's something that it's a bit difficult more to change, but you as well have some psychology type of way to approach people to make them probably make a shift about how they perceive something. But we have other process that we can like fight bottlenecks, uh, and these bottlenecks are a bit more we have more ability to fight. So in a slow machine in a factory limiting production speed, it's something that happens in a factory. There are things they produce in chain. If one of the stages is much more slower than other ones, that's the one that you want to try to solve and not optimize the other ones. A manager who needs to approve every decision, causing delays. So in here, the bottlenecks is the time that someone takes to take a decision, because he has a need to always trying to get approval from every decision. If we optimize, we also increase the output. That in this case is the quantity of decisions that the people does. So a lack of focus making learning or working efficient as well. So people can have intelligence, people can have so the material for what he should so consume it, but if it doesn't have the focus, doesn't gonna have so output as well creating. And emotional blocks preventing personal growth. You can be intelligent, you can be smart, you can have support, but if you don't have the emotional resilience, is another type of bottleneck that in that system probably happens in productivity. So what is the key insight? A system is only as fast or effective as its biggest bottleneck. So if you want to increase the speed of a system, you have to attack the one that limits and so characterizes the for why so the system has this speed, and then so is the biggest bottleneck that makes so and defines the how quick a system is. And then so how to identify. First, you understand that the system it acts toward the goal. So what is the outcome that you're searching? Understand so what are your steps that you take toward that decision. So imagine that you want to be someone that wants so to be rich. So to be rich, what do you understand? You have to earn money. To earn money, I have to be valuable. So to be valuable, I have to get skills, I have to apply them, and I have so to get people that praise me. And that obviously as well have to do in a certain specific volume, so to get this specific volume as well of revenue. So I do what? Map the process. I understood what are the components that are important to make so me reach the goal. And then so I have to measure how I'm performing in each specific component. In this example that I now give, I can look and understand, oh, I'm someone that has skill. Oh, I'm someone that has, I'm in a work and people praise me. But I'm someone that is having like problems emotionally that doesn't make me have the total focus that I should have during a day, and then so I just work with peaks and not just work constantly enough so to have a high type of output. So I have defined the process. I understand so what's the goal. I have to understand so what is the steps that is needed to take. I evaluate me in that steps, and by evaluating me, which obviously depends on your ability to have self-reflection, you're now going to understand so by your measure the components that are really important for reaching the goal. You now understand so what is the bottleneck, and we have understood the bottleneck. So if you're really interested in a skill, the bottleneck can be what? Can be lack of time, can be inefficient learning methods, can be fear of failure, can be poor environment, and then so you have to get ability to measure how you get classify in this specific type of component. So you have to get what? Self-reflection. You have to understand what is a goal that you're trying to reach, and you understand so what the process that happens that you so adopting, and sometimes the bottleneck can be you not knowing some type of company that will be dealing with leverage, so your process. Sometimes you have reach, sometimes you know how to invest, sometimes so you got capital. What you sometimes cannot know. Then the bottleneck to you to get rich is you not knowing that you can apply leverage, that you can so borrow money from the bank and you can apply on specific rentability because you got profit because the cost of the loan is lower than the rentability of the capital. So if you got enough capital, you also put it and then so you got get a rentability and you also got profit. What is the bottleneck here? You know a good investment, you have time to invest, but you don't have enough capital to so have enough rentability to get so the profits that is needed so to get your objective as rich. So define the goal, map the process, understand what are the components that you need to get your goal, and understand and measure how you're classifying on them, and you understand that one of teams are more weak and that's the one that you should try to attack because it's the one that are limiting the even if you're so good in other components is the some of them that limitate so how you're performing, and so they're like definers of your overall type of performance that you're getting. And then so I expect this video helps you to think a bit more clearly, and I expect so you as well to help me by subscribing and afterwards seeing other videos. So see you in the next one.